Hello and welcome to Greyhound Hollow in Statesville, North Carolina for NPSL regular season action. The Southeast Conference tonight, Statesville FC takes on Charlottetowne Hops FC. Be game number 5 for Statesville, game number 6 for Charlottetowne Hops FC. Let's take a look now at today's schedule in the Southeast Conference. Massive match for both squads this evening. As in today's matchups, Greenville United taking on Mint Hill down in Greenville. Statesville FC, of course, with Charlottetowne Hops FC. 865 Alliance taking on Burlington United in Tennessee tonight. Those will be the 3 matches, 2 midweek matches. Mean that we have a standings that sets up like this. That's the wrong one. As you see, Bristol Rhythm, 5 wins, no draws, no losses, 15 points, 11 goals for, none against. Pretty dominant start to the season. Greenville United in second, 865 Alliance, Mint Hill FC, Burlington United, Charlottetowne Hops with a huge win over the local rival Mint Hill FC in the midweek. 2 late goals got them the win. And then Statesville FC had the Saturday off, coming off of a loss on the road to 865 Alliance, looking for a win. Top 4 teams should be making the playoffs with an opportunity to progress to the NPSL National Ladder. I'm Brian Buckhauer, here in Greyhound Hollow, looking forward to tonight's match. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Statesville FC. Caleb Trogdon will be our goalie today. Killian Sia will be starting at right back. Julian Sagnol in the middle. Hector Aguero will replace Callum Hudson, who is out right now with a bit of an, I believe, a calcium deposit in the leg. Soren LaRue, apologies, Mr. and Mrs. LaRue. Soren LaRue will start on the left. Juan Gonzalez and Carlos Zapata, the Bogota-Colombia Catawba duo, starting in the midfield. Kirlo Perugative, Danny Carroll, and Slate Danforth will be in the front. Justin Ortiz up top. Some exciting news here for Statesville and the Herd. A couple new additions, as you see. Hector Aguero, Loic Potter, Daryl Asafua, Dominique Sanchez, all added to the roster this week. Braden McCourt, Carter Knipple, Jackson Gutierrez will be available on the bench. Joseph Lewis unfortunately picked up a knock a week ago. He will not play today. On the other side of the pitch for Charlottetowne Hops, looks like their traditional 4-5-1. Casa Romana, Candia, Grafikos, Martinovic, Slack, Story, Hogan, Pacheco, and Fay in the midfield, and Jenkins up top. As I said, in the midweek match Wednesday, huge come-from-behind win, 2-1 over Mint Hill FC. It's a hot one out there right now as we prepare for play, about 6 minutes away from kickoff. Statesville FC in looking to avenge a few losses. Some fun facts here about Charlottetown. No losses this season by more than a goal. Very dangerous team on that front. Last week, as I said, they played and had 2 goals scored at the death. Trying to see if he made the roster today. Yes, Kirill Dimitrik. He is a super sub opportunity there for Charlottetown. Be interesting to see. Be interesting to see if he gets a good run. The heat today will be an issue. 96 degrees in Statesville, North Carolina. The pitch, a rubber turf. It smells a little warm. However, crowd filing in here. Very proud of the Statesville groups that have come out this evening. Obviously, a short drive for Charlottetown if they did make the trip up from Mecklenburg County. Of course, World Cup going on this week. NPSL action going on today. Soccer, the summer of soccer is here. I hope everyone is enjoying it. NPSL action tonight, the Southeast Conference. We're getting ready now for the national anthem. Looks like the Honorable Will Long is doing the coin flip today. Judge Long, Statesville native. Shout out to his brother Ben, Mr. Long as well. As we hear the lineups being read out. Substitutions are on the bench for Charlottetown. I guess I could read those out for you. We got Aiden Gummer, Demario Abson, Emery Critchlow, Jaco Castro, Josh Zolaki, Kirill Dimitric, and Miles Hart. Getting close here. In Greyhound Hollow, the Herd and Statesville FC's inaugural season. Get that camera there settled. About the midway point of the season. Teams and rosters evolving. Some of the starting 11s taking shape. Big excitement today is Statesville FC unveiling their official kit. See in front of us as well. That's pretty cool. Caleb Hudson and some of the group, the injured guys watching from the crowd. That'll be awesome. We'll keep an eye on them today. Maybe get one of the lads up here. Excited to see the attack. We talked this week to Danny Carroll on the Statesville FC Soccer Show on WAME, our broadcast partner. Thanks to them for providing our internet that allows us to stream for you. Also, shout out to Epic Studios, Hunka John Calling, Iredell Partnership for Young Children, FGWH Insurance, Alarm South, Emerge Ortho, Print Path, Iredell Free News, Crossroads Dental, Knox Roofing, Wings of Eagle, now, time for our anthem. Excellent rendition there by Caitlin Sparks on the anthem. I believe her wireless mic might have died there. I'll go fix that here momentarily. As we get prepared for NPSL action. Hot one here in the Hollow. Nestled next to the Free Nancy in Statesville, North Carolina, just down the street from the clock tower in Broad and Front Street. Two-time All-American city, Statesville, North Carolina. Here comes El Jefe, the newest addition to the game day activities here in Statesville. That's pretty cool. Never thought I'd see the day where we would have a mascot for a professional sports team in Statesville, North Carolina. Amazing. Do feel bad for whoever is El Jefe today. It is hot. Very hot today. Be interesting to see how the two teams approach, knowing that the heat is going to be a bit of an issue. Nick Brown, the head coach for Statesville FC. Morteza Ibrahimi. Looks like he is the listed coach for Charlottetown FC. They've taken the trip up 77. Probably sat in some traffic. Probably cursed at the people passing in the toll lanes. Got stuck in Mooresville for a bit, but they are here. They'll be wearing green. Statesville FC will be in their whites. Getting ready here as coin toss takes place. That used to matter. I would like to say now it doesn't. Although in modern football, it seems that the kickoff is just an excuse to play the ball as far as you can to set up a press. Saw that yesterday with USA and Paraguay. And I think that rings true from top to bottom, though. Massive matchup today. Statesville FC, Charlottetown, Hops FC. 6th and 7th in the standings. Both teams trying to keep touch to the top 4 in the conference. Statesville, of course, without big man Callum Hudson in the back. Hector Aguirre added to the roster today. Also excited to see Like Potter and Daryl Asafuya, who have joined the team. As we look like we're about ready. There's a World Cup going on in America, but for now, let's enjoy soccer at a more pure level. A little semi-pro action, NPSL Southeast Conference in Greyhound Hollow. And we are underway. Statesville opts to drop back. They will go with a bit of a possession, try to draw in the defense, play around. Killian Sia here on the right side, in addition with Joe Lewis out right now. Turnover, Charlottetown able to take advantage. Also be interesting to see Charlottetown plays on a bit of a wider pitch down to Mecklenburg County. Ooh, bit of a slip on the far side. No foul called. That was a slip, he says. And we're going to play. Yeah. Ball into the corner. Danny Carroll tries to chase it down. Danny Carroll, as I was saying earlier, was a guest on this week's episode of the Statesville NC Soccer Show. Great conversation that we had with him. No Callum Hudson, so it looks like we will not see some of the long throws that we are accustomed to. Juan Gonzalez comes out of the corner. The Catawba player. Fouled, shot on goal, off the post. I don't know how that did not go in. Oh, wow. Statesville maintains possession. Cycled along on the outside. Turned over. Charlottetown. They clear it long and clear the danger for now, but the first opportunity early for the Herd. But as we were saying, Danny Carroll, very confident lad. But a guy that really inspires the others around him, it seems. Foul called there. Soren LaRue draws the foul. Big ball over the top. I think Danny Carroll got a touch, but yep, it was Danny Carroll that got the last touch. Unfortunately, it'll be throw for Diego Gandia and the Charlottetown Hops. They call them the Hops today. Ball back to the midfield. Turned over. Celia plays a ball over the top to Ortiz. Ortiz tries to turn, can't. Ball out of bounds. Big ball from the back. Defended by the Herd. Charlottetown resets. Martivnich, he slips. That's the second player now we've seen fall. Big ball over the top by Maximus Graphicos. We'll figure these names out as we go. Cheeky little through ball. Caleb Trogdon slides out. Oh, no. Wow, that was close. That was close. Nice cheeky little through ball for the Hops. Shot goes just wide. Trogdon probably got just enough in terms of getting in the heads of James Jenkin. Jenkin could not finish, and that will go out. It appears for a Jeremiah's Italian ice corner kick. Reminder, free treat for everyone in attendance. If we pick the 3 points, I did have a Bull Run Blast a week ago, and it was delicious. Off the training ground, back to Bernardo Pacheco. He can't get the shot off. Good defense by the Herd. Sia now on the press. Hops forced to go back. And they go all the way back to Diego Candia. Statesville, though, steps in, can't get there. Herd, and bit of the press. Danny Carroll. I will say Danny Carroll promised us that he will be pressing every single ball every single time. He pointed to a moment against 865 Alliance that he was not happy with his zone performance. He let a man dance by him, and it was pretty inspirational to hear just how he's approaching this opportunity here with Statesville. Plays his ball in junior college Neosha in Kansas, a junior college, say, contender. Not necessarily a powerhouse traditionally, but they are definitely a top program in the nation in the junior college soccer. Big ball. Attempted to play down the line by Sagnol. Zapata picks it up. Slade Danforth. And that'll be a throw for the Herd. See it? Goes down to the side. Zapata tries to play it. That's a handball. Yep. And he'll get the call. Last time Carlos Zapata was here, everyone remembers, 30-yard blast. Score the second goal against Burlington United. It was a pretty epic effort. Speaking of the World Cup, you might not see a goal that well in that. Although I would say Gio Reyna's last night was very similar. Got a full hold of it. Zapata will take the free kick off the handball from the corner. Should be indirect. That won't really matter. Looks going back post. Finds the big man Sagnol, and it goes over the goal. That'll be a goal kick opportunity there for the Herd. take a look back when we get a chance here. When the ball goes out, we'll take another look at that corner. Hurd, though, on the attack. Gonzalez. And that'll be offside. Let's go back to that opportunity just a minute ago on the free kick. Zapata was looking for the back post. He was able to find it.
We'll take the free kick off the handball from the corner. Should be indirect. That won't really matter.
Danger of replays with one look. But he went back post, Samuel. He had an opportunity, uncontested. But he was not able to get a hold of it. We got the drone up, by the way, thanks to Stanley Parker and True North Imaging. They got the drone out for us today. We'll get some cool looks for that as we follow today's match. Charlottetown and Statesville FC right now. Statesville a bit more in control of this match. Very early going. It's only 8 minutes in. Zapata just rolls one nice and neat. That was prerogative. Ortiz turns it over. Noah Slack tried to get it going for Charlottetown. Ball goes out. And it will be a throw. They're going to choose to go back to the keeper. Down here to Martin Novick. Fook. Great name. Maximos Grafikos gets that ball into the mid. Big ball over the top. That time by Bernardo Pacheco. But Statesville's Caleb Trogdon picks that up. Crowd definitely filling in here in the Hollow. Was worried the heat would keep people away, but you know what? When you think about it, you got the Italian ice, you got Jeremiah's Italian ice, you can get a Bull Run Blast. Got 1,000 different flavors if that's not the one for you. We got snacks out here, we got drinks, and we got a through ball and space opportunity for the Herd. Prerogative dances through the midfield, but oh, he gets that stolen. That's a confident take by Jordi Uch Casaroma. Stepped out of the back there. Very well done. Prerogative will wish he had that back. He saw space. His eyes got big, and he kept going. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here today. Statesville FC in our inaugural season. Big ball over the top. Headed away. And the Herd will control. Will stay in. Vuk can't clear it away to a hot player. Pacheco goes on the press, cannot get there, but Casaramona, the center back, able to end up possessing, and he'll end up with the ball here. Another, I believe, handball they're going to call there. Ball goes back. Zapata. And can't keep that in. Once again, thanks to our partners, True North Imaging, Stanley Parker and his group, giving us these spectacular shots of Greyhound Hollow. As the ball harmlessly back to Caleb Trogdon. Charlottetown, though, look, as you can see from this nice, unique tactical angle, initiating the press. And Statesville is forced into the mistake as that goes out of bounds. True North aerial imaging. Precision, integrity, perspective. Ball back into the middle. All the way back to Casa Ramona. 3 at the back, it looks, for Charlottetown. I know that they sent a thing that said 4, but they definitely set up here with 3 at the back, holding midfielder. But I can see where that 4th guy, Vuk, keeps dropping back a little bit. Interesting lineup here. Charlottetown definitely has done their homework. They're looking to counter it, look, with a big ball. Oh, bad turnover in the middle. He might be hurt. That was LaRue. Shot on. Trogdon stops it. LaRue is back up. That was a dangerous opportunity. Let's take a look at that. See what happened on that play.
With 3 at the back, holding midfielder.
LaRue found Zapata in the middle. Excuse me, Gonzalez in the middle.
See where that 4th guy, Vuk, keeps dropping back.
Kind of playing in the midfield there.
Interesting lineup here.
Aguilera, the new member of the team.
Charlottetown definitely
Out to
done
LaRue.
their homework. They're looking to counter it, look, with a big
And
ball.
LaRue just with a turnover. A little bit of a hospital ball there.
Bad turnover
And
in
that was the
middle.
opportunity
He
that
might
Charlottetown
be hurt. That
Hops
was
needed.
shot on.
They could
Trogdon
not.
stops it.
Could not deliver. And ends up being just a shot on goal. Fifth, 14 minutes in here, about a third of the first half. And both teams with chances. The best chance of the match so far has come to Charlottetown. We just saw it. Julian Segno also, though, with an unmarked header on the back post, could not finish. Bedribril Fay there. Can't find Jenkin. And the Herd will begin the attack. Heat looks like it might be getting to him a little bit as well. Ref reaching for a card. What are they going to call here? Are we about to have a PK? I think we are about to have a PK chance for the Hops. And yes, it is going to be a penalty shot for the Hops. Bedribril Fay will be going up against Caleb Trogdon here. We'll take a look back at the foul itself in just a moment. 15th minute in the Hollow. And a penalty kick opportunity for Charlottetown Hops. Goes near side off the post. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, this could be a little harsh, but where we're from here in Statesville, we would say ball does not lie. I don't know if that's true yet. We will wait for this corner. We will take a look at the last couple of events. But off the post by Fay. And the Herd and the Hops stay tied at 0-0. Here comes that Jeremiah's Italian Ice corner kick to the back post, and that is gone away. Now let's take a look first at the foul that was called. The Herd will. Let's see here. Heat looks like it might be getting. Like I said, back in the 14th minute, Pacheco played a ball through, and Trogdon. Yeah, okay, Trogdon did clear him out. That's my fault. Trogdon cleared him out. He may have been looking. He didn't really go down. Jenkins didn't go down completely, but yes. Trogdon did take him, but and then the actual penalty kick itself. Going up against Caleb Trogdon here. We'll take a look back at the foul itself in just a moment. They had a lot of time to think of it. You wonder how much the heat is affecting the players. I know it's only 15 minutes in, but it is very hot down there. for Charlottetown. They just didn't get it all. Tried to go to the side, and that, wow. Wow. He's going to wish he had that back. So the score remains 0-0 in the 17th minute after Faye hits the post. I've also hit that post in a Statesville high school game. Thanks, Biff, for the pass. Celia inside to Danny Carroll, but Carroll cannot latch to the end of that. And the Hops will have the ball back. They have started to grow into the match a bit. First 7-8 minutes were all Statesville. The Herd had the brush on, but now the Hops getting a bit more comfortable. Playing out the back. Turned it over. Right back, though, to Charlottetown. Ball back down to Faye here. Trying to make up for it, and nope, he is offside. And we will reset. '18th minute. 0-0. And what some are saying somewhat of a must-win match for both teams as they are trying to stay in the race for a playoff spot. Obviously, Bristol Rhythm, the class of the league halfway through. However, everyone else is pretty much together. Charlottetown, their record might not show it, but they've not lost any matches by more than a goal, much like Statesville NC. Two teams that I think the points don't necessarily reflect the play. As there goes Pacheco again. That man is a engine in the midfield. Counter now for the Hops. Outside. They're going to try to play that in to Pacheco. Cannot find him. That was Noah Slack on the far side. Gonzalez. Zapata. LaRue. Prerogative. And back to Trogdon. Big clearance. Danny Carroll. Yeah, he pushed him in the back. Tried to do a little cheeky move there, but that was a bit too much. Gonzalez to LaRue. Turned over. Slack races onto it. Shoulder to shoulder. And Aguirre, I think, wins that one ultimately. Charlottetown definitely in control right now in the second bit of this first half. However, turnover for the Herd. Celia gets it out to Danforth. Danforth into the middle. Prerogative. Prerogative is going to have an opportunity here with that left foot. Deflected. Danny Carroll can't get to it. And that will go for a Jeremiah's Italianized corner, but that is an opportunity for the Herd on the counter. Prerogative was looking. Great defense by the Hops to get a foot on it. Danny Carroll, back post Danny, was almost there. However, ball out of bounds for an Italianized corner kick. Jeremiah's Italianized corner. We'll take a look at the replay real quick. Don't worry, we'll cut back if we have to.
Charlottetown definitely in control right
Yeah,
now.
Celia was able to find some space in the midfield.
However, turnover.
Went outside, and ball's being played in. Short corner. Back post. Offside. Beautiful day in Statesville, North Carolina. Shade here on the home side stands. Looks like the VIP group has also come on our side today. Beautiful crowd. Beautiful night of soccer in the summer of soccer. Brazil-Morocco should be wrapping up here soon, so you'll be able to focus completely on the second half of the Statesville FC, Charlottetowne FC, NPSL Southeastern Conference match. And yeah, by the way, those at home, I'm going to ruin it for you. 1-1 right now, Brazil-Morocco, 30 minutes left there. Don't need to check that out. As Caleb Trogdon chases that down. Had James Jenkins chasing down. Sorry, there was Noah Slack that had the press. Charlottetown has definitely grown into this match. Seem a bit more dangerous, but every time I say someone's more dangerous, the other team goes directly down the pitch. Had a few saves, though. The Alarm South save the match easily for Caleb Trogdon. Just getting in the eye line of James Jenkins earlier. It looks like we're going to have a hydration break. I know those have been a bit of a... this is a hydration break. Some people have not enjoyed that aspect of the World Cup. However, here today, 100-degree... and the heat index, definitely need a moment as the True North aerial imaging drone capturing the crowd here in Greyhound Hollow, Statesville High School, Statesville, North Carolina. So it looks like we're going to have a water break here. Looks like we're going to pause it as well. Kind of a choice here. Take a watch on the drone. Part of me thinks it's going to be 2 minutes. I know they said 20 minutes, but Charlottetown's already out there ready to play. I'm thinking this is a 2-minute. I know I heard announced 20, but I feel like this is 2. Okay. So early on in this match, 0-0 still. Both teams looking. So a 2-minute break. A 2-minute break there. And we are back in action. Gonna get all our cameras reset here, as it is hot for the equipment too. Ball flicked over the top, cleared out. Looks like Charlottetown's going to set up for the long throw. Everyone in the league has one of those guys that takes the long throw. Ours currently injured, Callum Hudson. Long throw to the about midway through. And we will have a Genesis Fitness goal kick. We'll have camera one back for you in just a second. Our main man Ozzy on camera one working on it. Ball in the midfield right now. Hops. Defended. Zapata to Gonzalez. Gonzalez goes with a big ball, a little too much. And it finds its way all the way back to Robert Freeman. So after a 2-minute hydration break, chances both ways. They sit at 0-0 in the 27th minute of this regular season match. Trying to take a look to see if there are some other scores yet today. Although I would not want to play much earlier in this heat. Seems Greenville and Mint Hill are currently in action, as are 865 in Burlington. They've started today at 5:30. That is insane. There we go. The Herd now. Charging forward. Slate Danforth. Kind of gets pushed off there. Good defense by the Hops. They're going to try to go the other way. They find Pacheco. If I know him, he's going to look over the top to Fay. Fay might have been a step offside, but either way, that is a bit too much. And the Herd start. Foul called on Charlottetown. That'll be the Herd's kick. Of course, with this heat, the subs, I think, in the second half are going to be very important. Danny Carroll, though, just made a 40-yard run to do a little bit of a press. Zapata, he was the last home games player of the match for the Herd. Back to Aguirre. Aguirre tries to kind of get stuck between the two men. Offside there as the Hops almost create. Free kick coming off the offside. Caleb Trogdon will take it. He goes long. Challenge from behind. That will be a foul. 31 minutes gone. Herd go quickly now. Killian Sia. Good ball there, but no one really making that run. Statesville players with their hands in the air, kind of questioning what's going on here. Yeah, this was a free kick. That's fine, but they just kept playing. Noah Slack tries to go to the outside. He's fouled. Game's getting a bit chippy. I'm going to be honest with you. We have an air conditioner in the press box, and it is hot up here. And I just hope the shade gets down for these fellas because the tempo's slowing down a little bit. The clock across the street from the old Menards read 102 when I drove in this afternoon. Came up Front Street. Another one said 103. So I'm not quite sure. But make sure to get your Jeremiah's Italian Ice. Stay cool. Those at home and overseas, thank you for watching us on Statesville FC's YouTube channel. Special shout out to the whole group and team that gets this done for us. WAME, our broadcast partner. Celia. Danforth. Danny Carroll. And he's fouled. Should be Zapata taking this. Nice ball into Danforth. Gonzalez kind of gets lost, but able to find LaRue. LaRue on the outside. Plays a nice ball into the channel. Danny Carroll tries to play it to the wing. I believe that's prerogative out there, and that is going to be a throw-in. I don't think the official knows. Nope, he does not, and that does not seem the way I would have called that. That was Justin Ortiz out there. Sorry, not prerogative, and that will be a throw for the Hops. Quickly thrown back to Freeman. Neither goalie has had to make a real save. It's been more or less token saves, but there's been a few opportunities to create some pressure. Ball over the top by Sagnon. Can't find anybody. Now Celia. Right wing back from France. Passes it to Julien Sagnon, also from France, who plays it to the wing to Soren LaRue from Le Mans, France. The French connection build out to Ortiz. Ortiz looks in the middle. Danny Carroll says he was being held. Ref did not see it. And it will be a throw for the Herd. Copy. Gonna have a long throw. And yellow card to Zapata. I'm guessing he said something. But he's a native Spanish speaker. I know he speaks English as well, but there's no way that referee, unless he also speaks Spanish, would know that Carlos Zapata was talking negatively. Anyways, Ortiz dances on the wing. Cleared away. Celia. Beats his man. Beats a second man. And that goes nowhere. 36 minutes down. Genesis Fitness goal kick coming for the Hops. Ball in midfield. Picked up by the herd. Turn. Nope. Can't get a touch. And the hops are going the other way. Grafakos. Grafakos gets it back. Just going to call him Vuk. Love Vuk. Old-fashioned left center back. Vuk goes back to Freeman. Freeman to Grafakos. Sorry. Casa Ramona. Story. Vuk. Statesville, a bit of a press here, not letting Charlottetown out of the back. Going to force them to play a long ball. Charlottetown does get the first head to it, but Soren LaRue able to gain possession. Soren LaRue, like I said, from Le Mans, the 24-hour Le Mans this weekend. He said he has been by the track, and it was always chaos. He also featured on our show. Check out the Statesville FC soccer show on WAME. We also post the shows the next day on our YouTube channel. Got an opportunity to talk to Soren LaRue, Coach Teddy Bagba. That was an awesome conversation. Talked to our sponsors as well. And we chat about local soccer here in Statesville, as well as the comings and goings of the Statesville FC soccer team. So anyways here, 38 minutes in. Nice little back heel by Pacheco. However, that goes nowhere, and it's going to be an opportunity for Slate Danforth. He's got space. Goes to Danny Carroll, but Danny was way offside, and that will be a free kick for the Hops. On the bench today for Statesville, you've got Loic Potter, Daryl Asafua, Dominique Sanchez, Braden McCourt, Hardin, Knipple, Jackson Gutierrez, all available. And I have a feeling they will all be needed as this heat slowly saps the energy of both teams. There's a little more walking off the ball than there was. Hops get that out to Vuk. Vuk down to Logan Story. Story in the middle. Here's Pacheco. He's the danger man in terms of creation. However, the herd turn it over. Prerogative out to Ortiz. Ortiz does not get it going on the touch, but Danny Carroll finds it. Does a little bit of a step over. Casa Ramona, I believe, was faked out by that, but got a foot on the ball. Goes the other way. Logan Story offside. So free kick for Statesville. Julian Sagnol goes long. However, Hops control it. Slack, forced to go back. Casa Ramona. Casa Ramona playing it forward. Slack lost on the touch. Sagnol dances by the on-rushing Fay. Ball attempted there by Aguirre, but that's a turnover in a bad spot. Pacheco finds the first man. Oh, and what a tackle by Soren LaRue. Talking about Lamar, that was a speedy track back. He was going down the long straights at Lamar. That was possibly a goal-saving tackle by Lauren Saru. Hops now trying to play it out of the back. Turned over. Prerogative can't slide it through. Great touch by Vuk Martinovic. Zapata. Out to Celia. And nothing going there. Hops. Forced to clear it deep. Aguirre steps up. 50-50 on the outside. Ortiz comes down. Steps to the middle. Loses the touch. Soren LaRue. Cleans up the crumbs. And that's going to deflect off. Hops, once again, go long. Can't find feet. But the herd also cannot find feet. Bit of a midfield battle right now in the 43rd minute of the first half. Statesville FC and Charlottetown Hops here in Greyhound Hollow, a very hot, muggy Greyhound Hollow. Great event here in Statesville. Had the Honorable Will Long flipping coins today. You never know who you're going to see here at a Statesville FC game. I believe last game I made fun of Kerry Parker and the way he used to shoot, and he was in the crowd. I was told he was here. So you never know who you're going to see at a Statesville FC game. There's a guy out there in a Hickory FC jersey. That's awesome. They're having a good start, by the way, on the USL 2 side. Charlotte Independence leading that division. However, Hickory FC and Appalachian, former Southeast Conference members. I'm sure all these teams are happy that they are gone. But they are battling there. They do a point per game. It's a little weird. They don't play the same number of games in the USL 2. Anyways, opportunity for the Hops. Oh, that's off the post. That's off the post. Shot there by Maximos Graficos. I think they're going to call an offside there ultimately, but there was an opportunity for the Hops. They're getting a little too close for comfort at times. Gonzalez even here forced to go backward. And that goes out. Let's take a look real quick at that replay. Statesville had the ball, turned it over in the midfield. Ball went quickly the other way. There's Pacheco again. That man is dangerous. He looked outside to the wing. And is that where they called the offside? No. I'm still confused. Oh, no, they never did call it. They just said that it went out. So that's
off the post. That's off the post. Shot there by Max.
So once again, another chance there for Charlottetown. They've been close a few times. Statesville FC has had a couple looks, but has not really threatened the net near as much as the Hops here in this first half. I will say one of the biggest differences, usually Statesville is a more physical team. Both teams equally physical, and maybe the Charlottetown, maybe they don't fall as easily as some of the other squads I've seen, but it's been a good contest on that front. Maybe just everyone's too tired. Might just be everyone's too hot. Gonzalez looks for Ortiz. Ortiz can't control it. Hops go the other way. And of course here, the clock stops at 2:20. So we're in stoppage time here. We're Cafe 220, the official post-game meal of Statesville FC. They bring one up to us in the box after all the games. They're very nice. Good food. Celia tries to dance by two. Goes to the far side to Aguirre. Aguirre finds LaRue. LaRue, oh, that's off. Yep. And Ortiz is just going to stop. Smart play there, and it'll be actually, it's going to be a Genesis Fitness goal kick. They just let that one roll out. 46 minutes gone. With the stoppage, obviously the official time kept on the field, but we did have a hydration break, and that is it for the first half. So here in Greyhound Hollow, after 45 minutes, we have a 0-0 chances for both teams. The best opportunities easily for Charlottetowne Hops. They have hit the posts twice. Meanwhile, Statesville has had some counters, but have not been able to find really any great attempts on net. Robert Freeman really not challenged too much today. So 1 half down, Statesville FC 0, Charlottetown Hops FC 0. We'll be back to bring you the second half here on the Statesville FC. Welcome back to Greyhound Hollow, getting ready to get the second half underway. Currently, we are at 0-0. Statesville FC against Charlottetown Hops FC. Earlier today, Greenville United topped Mint Hill FC 2-1. I have a feeling that'll make the Charlottetown Hop fans happy. 865 Alliance and Burlington United still in action. We'll get you those scores as they come in. Getting ready to kick off here in the Hollow. The best chance, obviously, of the match came after Caleb Trogdon gave up a penalty kick by Jibril Faye. Unfortunately for Charlottetown, skied it over. Hit the post. What was I thinking? Hit the post, and the score remained 0-0. We're expecting another 2-minute hydration break in our match today as our second half is underway. Statesville in the white, their new herd kits just hot off the presses today. El Jefe, the new mascot, is here as well. Get your picture with El Jefe. Statesville, though, in the white with the blue trim. Charlottetown Hops, the green tops, white shorts, and the green socks. Statesville will be going right to left across your radio dial. So back underway. Shade now covering the full field. That'll feel a lot better for the players. We'll try to figure out any substitutions that we can. Does not look, I say that, but initially it does not look like I see any subs, at least for the herd. Early here, it looks like the same 11 for Charlottetown. That started the first half. I do see Pacheco out there, which scares me, as that is a very good little player. Looks like he's the captain as well. Robert Freeman in goal. Looks like Trogdon's still in goal for Statesville. So the same 11s have come back out to start the second half. Shot for the Hops. And that goes wide. Looks like that'll be a Genesis Fitness goal kick. Ball will be played short. Now long ball. Hop steps up. However, he's out of position. Opportunity here for the herd. Danny Carroll attempts to go over the top. Can't. Looks like Zapata was able to get there. However, Hops were able to get a foot on it. LaRue, Zapata, Gonzalez. Outside now toward, Killian Sia. Sia dances around his man. Has an opportunity. Find the back post. Danny Carroll! Danny Carroll! Danny Carroll! Danny Carroll with the goal! And the herd take the 1-0 lead against the Hops in the Hollow. They call him back post. Dan in England and Exeter. Killian Sia got to the byline, danced around his man. Danny Carroll stuck a foot out, found the spot at the 6-yard box, scores the goal. That is his 4th goal on the season. Depending on what happens down in Burlington, that man right now is tied for the Golden Boot in the Southeast Conference. Danny Carroll. 1-0 Statesville. Charlottetown now is going to have to regroup, and in this heat, that's going to be difficult. They did come from behind on Wednesday. Went down early in that match. Scored 2 very late goals. Today, though, right out of the halftime break, Statesville with the first goal. And your fun fact of the day, when Statesville scores first, Statesville wins. When Statesville gives up the first goal, well, we will not talk about that because that did not happen today. The herd, though, up 1-0. And the Hops go with the long ball over the top. Here's Fay. He missed the early PK that could have changed the whole momentum of this match. Aguirre, his debut for the herd. Filling in for Callum Hudson. Ooh, nice 1-2 on the outside, but Prerogative can't get there. Maybe Gonzalez gives it a little more. He's giving him a hand there. Yeah. So a 48th minute goal for the herd. Danny Carroll. He did say this morning on the Statesville FC Soccer Show on WAME that he would score a goal. He made that guarantee today. And that man does not lack in confidence. I think for strikers, that's something that you need. You kind of had to have a little, not a screw loose necessarily, but a positive outlook, because scoring goals to me in a level like this is confidence. Ball deflected away on the outside by Sia. That's going to be a corner. Jeremiah's Italianized corner kick. Here comes Jeremiah's Italian ice corner kick to the back post. Good defense on the backside. Looks like Aguirre with a D. Gonzalez. Oh, he's got a big switch if he finds it. He sees it. One touch. He's got a chance. Prerogative. He ran into the wall. That is Casaranova. That man has been good today in the center of the pitch. And there he plays the ball to the outside. Hops with a 4-on-2. LaRue forces him outside. Oh! Julius Agnol forces him to the outside. Caleb Trogdon does not have to make a play, and that's another post for the Hops. Oh, man. They should maybe have 2 or 3 that they wish they had back. And the action picking up here in the second half. So Statesville gets the Danny Cairo goal. Hops goes right back down the pitch opportunity. And there's a steal in the offensive third. Fay to the wing, shoulder to shoulder by Aguirre. Great play. Prerogative now on the wing. Hops now trying to not necessarily get back in this, but maybe get a bit more control in the match. Great defense in the midfield by Prerogative. So actually looking here, it does look like we made a sub. One of our new players, Loic Poder, playing now on that left wing. I had to guess. It looks like he came in for Ortiz. So Poder in. He's wearing the number 11. Ortiz is out right now. Pacheco. He gets control. Recycled back. Big ball. Won by Sia. Sia clears. He has been excellent since taking over for Joe Louis the last 3 games. Hops now. Defenders making runs from the back deep. Long shot. Deflected. That might be, yep, that's a Jeremiah's Italian ice corner kick. Looks like I got a piece of somebody there. Oh, 54th minute. Here comes the delivery. Headed away. Ball 1. Oh, no. Not quite sure what they're going to call here. That's a 50-50. That could have went either way. Yeah, we've got a bit of an injury here. Yeah, that will be a yellow. That looks like a yellow for Hops, number 25. I believe that's Noah Slack. He caught him pretty good there, I believe. I don't want to get this wrong, but that is, looks like number 7. Is that Prerogative down? Yeah. Kirlo Prerogative scored, I believe, the first goal in Statesville FC history against Hickory in the I-40 Derby. He is up. So yellow card for those keeping score at home for Noah Slack. He's the right winger. Be interesting to see if FC take advantage of that. Goal kick coming for Caleb Trogdon. in the midfield. Get over. There is Story, who got the yellow card. Ball lasered from about 3 inches away by Ben Hogan. Not the golfer. Oh, sorry, Horgan. Yeah. It'd be real cool if it was Hogan. But Ben Horgan. Too much English on that. Be a throw. Soren LaRue with the throw. Big ball by Zapata. He's got that in the bag, if you may. Danforth. Cheeky effort over the top there. Danny Carroll not really looking for it on that side of his shoulder. And Hops successfully defend. Hops have kind of transitioned here, it looks, into a bit of a 3-4-3 with that man right there, Pacheco. Trying to find space in the middle. He does to Story. Story's ball. Oh! Julian Sagnol can't get it all. That goes back and forth. A little bit of popcorn, but cleared away eventually by FC in the herd. Oh, and that's another one. Caleb Trogdon, though. Whew. Ball got lost there, I would say, twice. If he was a hockey goalie, we would say he's not seeing it. But he saw the puck there. Take a replay. Pacheco was able to release Noah Slack. He plays in the middle. And the normally confident and sure Julian Sagnol just didn't get all of it. And an opportunity thwarted, but given away by the herd. They're not going to want to do that. Both teams with some dangerous turnovers in their attacking halves. Charlottetown plays it all the way back to Robert Freeman. Kessa Ramona. Over the top to Slack. Slack was dangerous last time. This time, no doubt about it. Hector Aguirre in his Statesville FC debut with a good defensive play. I've been watching Callum Hudson here in the crowd every time there's big plays. Him and the lads very invested, obviously. You hate it for him. You know he wants to be out there. He was on the training table on Thursday and Friday trying to get it worked out. But obviously not fit today. Fit enough today, I should say. So here comes a corner. Jeremiah's Italian Ice corner kick for the Hops. Ball flow to the back. Caleb Trogdon claims it. If Alarm South protects the Carolinas, Caleb Trogdon protecting that goal. Oh, and an excellent delivery. Poder almost with a chance there. I think that ball rolled a little bit more than he was expecting. Looks like right now that's Braden McCourt who was checked in. I believe, if I had to guess, Danny Carroll's racist run, he was pressing everything, the goal scorer, but I have not confirmed that yet. But Braden McCourt has checked in for FC. So Poder and McCourt, 2 subs. Oh, here comes wholesale changes. Yep. We thought this might happen. 5 subs now for the Hops. For those down in Mecklenburg County watching, you know them. We'll figure them out. It's my favorite parts about this league. Looks like Emery Critchlow coming on. I will say the danger here is Kirill Dimitri coming because he scored 2 late in the last match. Gonzalez, though, plays one over the top. Poder, near post. And that defended away by the Hops. So Braden McCourt did come on for Statesville, and it might have been for Prerogative because he did take that knock on that 50-50 challenge. I'm trying to figure out who it might have been. We know Ortiz for sure. Potter. Oh. Goes for the net there. So Slate Danforth and Justin Ortiz have both been taken off by the herd in this half. Braden McCourt and Loic Potter, maybe, very new addition to the team, have checked in. So Jeremiah's Italian Ice corner kick for the herd. 62 minutes gone in the Hollow. Another short to Potter. Potter now back post. Opportunity. Signal rises, but he cannot connect. Good opportunity. Let's take a look at that corner that just occurred. Back to back there for Statesville, using that short option on the right side. Potter floated it. Signal and McCourt. Both there, but not enough power on that. Hops now, trying to counter, or at least go quick. Ball handled there by Aguirre. He has been very good today. I'm sure Callum Hudson, there's two ways of thinking of it. Callum's either a little nervous about his spot or just happy to see a great performance in the back line. Statesville's given up a lot of goals this year, usually early. So right now the back four of Celia, LaRue, Aguirre, and LaRue. Three Frenchmen. Three Frenchmen on that back line. But they all speak English. Uh-oh. Don't like any of that. Hector Aguirre able to get that. Robert Trogdon caught way out of his goal. Sorry, Caleb Trogdon caught way out of his goal. Substitute for the Hops. Looks like Josh Salaki falls trying to play it. Critchlow now. There's the whole right side of the field, or excuse me, left side for, right side for the Hops has changed. They've also added Diamario Adamson. Big cross there by Candia. He's one of the originals. And C, I think, is going to lose that challenge in the corner for a corner kick. Sorry, yeah, corner kick. Look from high above Greyhound Hollow in Statesville, North Carolina, right down the street from downtown Statesville. Historic. Here comes the play. Defended away. Maybe actually, it looks like maybe one of the Hops got a touch on it. Either way, that will be a Genesis Fitness goal kick. Trogdon goes long. Hops win it, though. Critchlow plays to the outside. Tries to recycle back to the middle. Nice pattern. And defended away by the Herd. Logan Story. Ushered away right now by Prerogative. Celia and Prerogative now. And Hops forced to go backward. Ball turned over. Herd win it, and they're forced to go. He's onside. He is on their side of the field. Oh, Braden McCourt needed a touch there, but he was on the right side of the field. Hops escape there. Hops, though, the more likely right now in terms of just the way they're going forward. Oh, that looked like it may have hurt Zapata. Tracking back. You love to see the effort, but you hate to see the injury there. The images here high above Greyhound Hollow, courtesy of True North Aerial Imaging. Stanley Parker and his team flying every match this season so far. It's been a nice addition to these broadcasts. So free kick coming for Charlottetown. Hops. Ball to the back post and absolutely nothing going there. "67 minutes gone. There are no World Cup games for another 30 minutes. And it looks like we're going to have our hydration break. Time now for our hydration break. Taking a look right now, it is currently, and I laugh at this, it says 85. It's 90 degrees with 60% humidity. Yeah, that's miserable out there. And this is in the shade. This is in the shade. So right now, 1-0, Statesville with the lead on the Danny Carroll tap-in. We'll take a look real quick. Let's go back to that goal from... There you go. So here's the goal earlier for Danny Carroll. Killian Sia was able to dance around that outside back, throws it into the middle, and back post, Danny was waiting for it. He got a bit fortunate on that touch, but at the same time, goal scorers, they score goals. So 1-0 in the 69th minute, as we said earlier. Greenville topped Mint Hill 2-1, so Mint Hill has lost twice this week, both by the score 2-1. Bristol won earlier in the week. They are off today, and still no official word from Knoxville. 865 and Burlington playing. We have not got the update there. So Greenville will add to their points. I believe that'll put them up in the 12-point range. Mint Hill's stuck now. There's a quick water break there. Getting ready to get back to action. So about 2 minutes taken there. Quicker than a break right now on the international coverage as the hydration breaks they've turned into commercials this World Cup. A bit of a hot topic of controversy. Danny Carroll trying to win that ball back, can't. Prerogative forces the turnover. Hops, though, maintain possession. We'll go a big switch there. Celia first to arrive. Zapata tries to laser one in. Gonzalez, though, is going to pick up the pieces. Sagnol. Gonzalez. LaRue. Potter. Gonzalez. Zapata. Potter. LaRue. And Soren's going to wish he had that back. 71 minutes. Friendly reminder, anyone in attendance, when Statesville FC wins and gets 3 points, you get a free icy from Jeremiah's Italian Ice. Coupons given away here. I've had the Bull Run Blast. It is delicious. They have other flavors if that's not for you. But we like to thank you, Jeremiah's and Joey Diaz, and Jeremiah's Italian Ice has been great partners this season. Looking forward to taping the podcast if we can hold out for 3. That Bull Run Blast is real good. Gonzalez. Danny Carroll tries to flick it on McCourt. Can't get there. Aguirre gets around the 2 defenders. McCourt. Oh. Tried to leak it to the outside. Great defense by James Jenkin. I think that's James Jenkin. No, that's not. Sorry, that was Casa Ramona. Danny Carroll pressuring. Robert Freeman plays it to safety. Aguirre wins that. Zapata kind of caught napping a bit by Logan Story. Hops, though, stuck in their own half. And that will be an unforced turnover by the midfielder. And we're another throw. Looks like we got some cramping right now. I believe that is Hector Aguirre. His first game, you can't imagine that he is ready to go a full 90 right out the gate. But you never know. Maybe he's just been running 90 minutes a day in preparation for this. Get him on the show, maybe find out. But the Hector Aguirre and Julian Sagnol right now ushering the center backs in this 4-2-3-1 system. There was talk earlier about maybe a 3 at the back, maybe running a full 5 with the wing backs. But it just seemed with the way the team's set up, with the experience level of some of these players, in terms of where they're used to on the field, that this 4-2-3-1 has really been advantageous to the way they want to play. Potter. And McCourt. Right now, the 2 of them maintaining possession, control. Zapata slips, but he gets it back. He's hit one from there before, and I don't know. I got the goosebumps. I thought we were going to get another. He can put his foot through a lace, or put his boot through the laces of a ball. "74 minutes gone in the Hollow. The summer of soccer continues. Right now, we've got some guys down, some subs. Seems for the Hops. Update today as well. Qatar and Switzerland tied 1-1, and Brazil and Morocco tied 1-1. I think a lot of people were curious if Morocco was for real after that last World Cup. And it seems that they are. Bit of chaos right now in the fans as we wait for this. So Hector Aguirre, it looks as he is going to finish his match today. A Warriors effort for Aguirre. Absolute performance. I mean, he's so new, I have no notes on the young man. But Hector Aguirre, welcome to the herd. Great 75 minutes. We'll figure out who the sub was. I would assume Juan Gonzalez will drop back to the back 4. And we'll probably get Jackson Gutierrez out there to fill in the center D mid role. See exactly how they decide to go about that. But back in action here. 15 to go in the Hollow. Ball over the top almost. Just needed a smidgen more, and he would have had him there. Ball now down the line, but cannot be controlled by Potter. Sorry there, folks. As we said, it is hot. The computer overheated in the press box, and we have air conditioning. All right, so back in action here. Gotta get the clock back for you as well. Ball outside for Potter. Potter flicks one in. McCourt can't get there, though. And so Statesville with another attack. Ball saved, though. Out to Jackson Gutierrez. Gutierrez, and that's deflected. Ball goes the other way now with the hops. And Gutierrez is going to be given a yellow card. So yellow cards both ways, both teams. Hops trying to get back in this one. They are not out at all. Big ball to the back post for the hops. Can't get anything going. So I'm trying to get the score bug back for you. Ball over the top. Potter tries. Yep, he does win it with the head. Back post. Danny Carroll! And it's Danny Carroll! His second goal! And back post Danny finds the second goal for the Herd. Potter wins it on the wing, puts it in the middle, and Danny Carroll, welcome to Statesville. Nothing right now for the Herd. Let's take a look at the replay. Potter wins it on the wing, stays with it, stayed on side, and Danny Carroll just no one around him. Easy tap in, easy goal, and the Herd has a 2-0 lead with 10 minutes remaining in the Hollow. So 2-0 for the Herd over the Hops. The Hops have not lost a match this year by more than a goal, so this would be out of the norm. I don't think that they are going to go quietly into the night, though, on this one. So Danny Carroll, this week's guest on the Statesville FC Soccer Show on WAME. Promised goals, and he has delivered goals. 2 goals tonight 2 goals last Wednesday, a goal and assist 2 Saturdays ago. And Danny Carroll is on fire. A lot of credit, though, to Loic Poder, who won that ball in the wing, was able to keep it alive. But I have a feeling that it will not be hard to figure out today's Gallagher home team player of the match. I was going to give it to Hector Aguirre just on principle, but nope. Nope, you get 2, Danny. As I said, he promised a goal. He promised a goal. So Danny Carroll with a brace. '83rd minute. Shout out to all the fans watching around the world. From Asheville to Le Mans. Hopefully everyone gets an opportunity to come out to the Hollow. Watch a match with us. We've had drone shows. We've had amazing anthems. We've had the judge. We've had the mayor. We've got El Jefe now at every one of these games. We've got the Statesville Dance Kids Zone. Go bounce around. Hunka Drunk Hauling. Like I said, the fans staying cool with their Jeremiah's Italian Ice. The drum section just rumbling tonight. Not over yet, though. 6 minutes of regulation plus a few. Braden McCourt. It's kind of falling back to the 10. We've got 2 guys down behind the ball. I believe they clashed. We may have a coming together. Killian Sia, one of them. We'll figure out who the Hop Town player is. Both look like they are in pain, though. Ooh. Let's go real quick. Let's take a look back at that goal. Loic Poder beats his man on the outside, puts a ball in for Danny Carroll, and Danny Carroll gets his 2nd of the match. Danny Carroll told us on the show he just wants to entertain. That's what he wants to do, entertain people. Well, he keeps scoring goals like that, young man, and we will be entertained in Statesville. Charlottetown, though, right now, unfortunately, facing them, looking down the barrel at 2-0 with about 5 minutes left. Well, we have a chance here. Let's take a look at the first goal from earlier. Well, this was the shot off the post, excuse me. This was a great chance by Charlottetown from earlier, but they could not capitalize. So score here, 2-0. As the clock ticks down. In a very hot evening in the Hollow. Another great crowd this evening. Look at that. Even we got Adam Steele all the way in Georgia watching. I would assume, you got prerogative. Any family, maybe in Ukraine, watching, that'd be cool. You got, the 4 Frenchmen now. You got Juan Gonzalez, Carlos Zapata from Bogota. You got Adam Steele driving down there in Georgia. I know you got some group. You got the Hansons in Asheville. Got the Buckhours down there in Mooresville, Iredell County representing this evening. Thank you to everybody listening, watching, and supporting the Herd this season and the inaugural year of Statesville FC Soccer and the NPSL. Big opportunity here to climb the standing 6 points, puts us right back in the mix. Of course, Greenville beat Mint Hill earlier today. Still waiting for that 865 Burlington Live score. Oh, long shot by Vuk. And that goes wide. Dangerous, though. They can still get a goal here. Charlottetown has never been out of a match this season. I do find it interesting in our league. Not a lot of ties. So, goal kick coming for Caleb Trogdon. So, yeah, Greenville sitting on 13 now after that win. This game would put Statesville into 6th. However, they would control their own destiny at that point and be one game out of the 9-point mark, which seems to be where 3rd and 4th are in the Southeast Conference. So this a massive, massive opportunity to hold on for 3 points. More importantly, free Jeremiah's Italian Ice. Can't wait to eat that on the Statesville Soccer Show. As the minutes tick down in the Hollow, Danny Carroll, the star man, back post Danny. 2 goals. One from Killian Sia from the right side and one from Eloy Poter on the right. And Statesville in control here late. Hoptown, there's nothing to take away from their performance today. A very good team. They've had the chances. It's just a classic situation. You don't get that first one. That PK that they missed. Oh, an opportunity. He beats him to the byline. He gets dragged down from behind. No foul called. A little surprised. So Dominique Sanchez there on the run, being told still in high school. Or maybe he just graduated, but he is not even. A lot of these guys down here are full-grown college men. Not a lot of high school younger kids out there, so big step up for Dominique. He's fast, I've just noticed. So opportunities here. Hector Aguirre, an excellent performance before he was taken off in the 75th minute. He might have been my player of the match, but right now the Gallagher home team player of the match heavily in Danny Carroll's favor after that brace. So about to enter stoppage time, of course. The clock here at Greyhound Hollow stops at 2:20. Thanks to our sponsor, Cafe 220, for providing all the post-game meals. Shot for the Herd, and not sure if it was a shot or a cross. Either way. And Charlottetown hops. Regain possession. Clock ticking down. We're just about in stoppage time. Charlottetown's been stifled here in the second half, stuck in between, if you're a football fan, 35-yard line and the 35-yard line. Just not able to get out of this press. Statesville's clog in the middle here with six players, all the attackers, both midfielders stepping up. Although Hops, nice little through ball, plays to the outside, give and go. That might contact made, and Hops will not get a penalty shot there. I think they were looking a little too easy there as he went down. I believe that's one of the substitutes. Yeah, Emery Critchlow tried to come from that right back position. It was a nice give and go. Him and Zawaki had, but they were not able to. Oh, whoa, watch out, fans. Caleb Trogdon. Ball across the middle. And LaRue's there. Gonzalez, the big clear. Critchlow, though, keeps it alive for the Hops. Ball bouncing around a bit. No one can gain control. Gonzalez with the big clear. Gutierrez with the big clear. Gonzalez has actually gone down behind the play. Yeah, he is cramped. Potter, though, trying to chase down Critchlow. Wins it back from Critchlow. Someone needs to tell him to clean it out. Someone needs to tell Potter just to kick it out. Then we got a man down. He has not yet, though. Potter drives forward, finds McCourt. I mean, there's a hat trick on the line here. There's a chance. McCourt tries to play the top of the box, can't. And Statesville didn't play it out when they had a chance. Oh, back to the other side now. Here's another one of the new guys. He's going to go to the corner flag. And that'll be a goal kick. Couldn't keep it in. Gonzalez is still down. And ref finally acknowledges it. So Juan Gonzalez is going to get a little bit of, looks like he's going to have a little training action here. Center D-mid from Bogota, Colombia, plays his college ball at Catawba. Him and Carlos Zapata both. Heard head coach Nick Brown, obviously the women's head coach over at Catawba. Let's turn that program into a pretty consistent competitor at the D2 level. Gonzalez is up. No subs are ready. He's going to need to walk it off, though. I'm sure that was a cramp. He's got a little bit of a limp to him. Time ticking away. 2-0 lead for the Herd. Massive six-pointer here in the bottom of the standings as both teams looking to climb out of the cellar a bit. I think Statesville expected to be where we are, but at the same time, we are the inaugural team. Charlottetown, very good last year. They were behind that Appalachian and Hickory team. Big ball down, Braden McCourt. He should have some energy. He's got a one-on-one opportunity. Cuts him back, cuts him again, outside of the foot, and that is the game! Goal! Danny Carroll finishes his hat trick! You have to be kidding me! Braden McCourt, with an excellent individual effort, goes outside of the foot, Gio Reyna-esque. Good initial save by Robert Freeman. Cannot blame him. But back post, Dan is at it again. 3 goals for the Herd. Hat trick hero. And Statesville FC 3. Charlottetown Hops 0. And I'll make it official. The Gallaher home team player of the match, Danny Carroll, the 20-year-old from Exeter, England, plays his college ball, junior college ball, at Noah College in Kansas. I'm just glad that his coach knows our coach. It could not be understated that this young man told me he was going to score 3 goals this morning. Danny Carroll, take a bow. He has thoroughly entertained us. And any fans of the Herd sitting watching at home, pop over to the Statesville FC YouTube, the podcast, and you meet Danny Carroll. You will be very impressed. Now, that is not to say the performance from everyone today. Braden McCourt made that happen, just like Potter made the second goal happen, just like Killian Sia made the first goal happen. Great team performance today. Hector Aguirre as well in the back. He came off at the 75th. His debut for the Herd. Juan Gonzalez and Zapata in the midfield have been excellent. Julian Sagnol, of course. Soren LaRue, only player to play every match so far for Statesville FC, by the way. So the Herd up 3-0 with time ticking, and that's it. Statesville FC picks up 3. 3-0 win over Charlottetown Hops. As we said, the Galileo home team player of the match, 100% goes to the hat trick hero, Danny Carroll. And Statesville wins 3-0. That'll put them on 6 points. They will jump over Charlottetown in the standings. Like I said, still waiting to see the final of that Burlington match against the 865 Alliance. Statesville, though, climbs in the standings. A massive win for the Herd. The next match for Statesville will be on the road Wednesday. This Wednesday, I believe. They will go down to Charlotte, and they will play. Let's take a look real quick. Yeah, they go down. Oh, no, they will be in Greenville on Wednesday. And they will be at Mint Hill on Sunday. So the next home match, we'll see you here on the 27th in 2 weeks, back in Greyhound Hollow. But until then, get your Jeremiah's Italian Ice, Danny Carroll with the hat trick, and the Herd go home heroes 3-0. We'll see you next time. This has been a Buck Hour production and broadcast. Special thanks always to WAME, my man Ozzy, helping us with the camera. Stanley with True North Aerial Imaging, bringing us those beautiful drone shots. Until next time, Statesville 3, Charlottetown 0.